Hi. Before we start the show, before the audience shows up, I wanted to say a few words about Bob Saget. If you read anything about Bob online last night, if you saw any of the many thoughts from people who knew him personally, a word that came up a lot was the sweetest. And Bob was the sweetest. He was the sweetest man. And the reason people wrote that is because it's true. It's the best word. If you had to pick one word to describe him, that was it, the sweetest. I have so many wonderfully kind and supportive texts and emails, calls from Bob. He always had a compliment. He would write sometimes just to tell me he loved me, and I know he did that for many people. He was so funny, and I'm not talking about Full House or America's Funniest Home Videos or stand-up comedy or movies. I mean funny for real. Like when you walked into a party, you saw Bob and his wife, Kelly, in the corner, you go straight to them and stay for as long as you could because he had something funny to say about everything and nothing bad to say about anyone. Never. If there were people he didn't like, he kept it to himself. He was, unlike me, he was a good person. Bob lost his sister, Andrea, to a brain aneurysm and his sister, Gay, to a disease called scleroderma. It just so happened that Bob had been doing fundraisers to fight scleroderma 3 years before his sister got it. It's a rare disease, and it was a freak thing. And when Gay was diagnosed, Bob later joined the board of directors for the Scleroderma Research Foundation. He hosted and booked fundraisers every year up until last year. We did many of them together. He was very committed to finding a cure for this incurable disease that took his sister's life. And I know that if you want to remember him, there's nothing he would appreciate more than if you support SRF. You can go to their website and take a look at what they do there. So last night, I was going through emails with Bob, and some of them were just funny, but some were very serious emails about life and the well-being of our children and how hard it is to appreciate one of those without the other being just right. In one email, we're talking about our kids, and I have it here. He wrote, one night soon, let's go out and have some meat and some good damn drinks and talk about how lucky we are that we have them. And we did do that many times. When my son was in the hospital, Bob checked in a lot. So I want to send love to his daughters, to his wife, Kelly, and to his friends who loved him so much. He was very kind to everyone, and he had no problem telling you that he loved you and what you meant to him. In 2017, after our mutual friend Don Rickles died, Bob and John Stamos, who were beyond friends, they were brothers. They are brothers. They were like this. And Bob was the tall one. He was the middle finger. Bob and John joined me on the show to eulogize Don, to tell stories about him and how much we were going to miss him. We never imagined that 4.5 years later, we'd be talking about, I'm sorry I taped this like 14 times, and I just, anyway, we had a beautiful conversation that night. You could see when John and Bob were talking about how much they loved Don, how much they loved each other. And so I thought it might be nice before we go on with the show, regular show, to share just a bit of that one more time as we remember Bob.
Well, I never thought we'd be friends this long. Oh my God, the first 4 years we worked together, we weren't like besties. You were bringing all the hot women in the world to the show. You had a mullet, you were Uncle Jesse, and I was a married guy and living in the Palisades. I didn't know what the hell was going on. You were getting action all the time. I was trying to write jokes at night.
You were, as Don would call you, a whiny Jew.
You guys are going to be like the old guys on the Muppets, sitting next to each other.
I hope that happens.
I hope so, too. John Stamos, Bob Saget, everybody. We love you, Bob, and we'll be right back.